What's going on, guys? So in today's video we're going to be going over all the things I can think of that you can buy for your truck for $1,200. So if you saw my video the other day, I did a $100 or less top mods, and a lot of people enjoyed it. So I figured with the stimulus checks potentially hitting banks or your banking account tomorrow for the direct deposit, or a few weeks or months for the paper checks, just depends on which way you're getting it. I figured, what the heck, let's make a video of top things that you can buy for $1,200 or less. And I don't want to take away from the severity of the situation. This is a really big deal with the world right now, and I know this check is going to keep a lot of people above water and really help, and it's really an amazing thing that they're doing this. But I know a lot of people are still having normal lives, still able to work, and this is going to be kind of like just a gift that people aren't going to have to spend super seriously. I know there's a lot that are, but a lot of people are going to have this to kind of spend freely. All right, so for anyone new, this is my 2018 Chevy Silverado, aka Baby Squat. This is my 1997 Ford F-150, aka Larry. And so these are the two main trucks on the channel, and as you can see, they both have a fairly good amount of things done to them. And so I'm going to be going over the things I already have done, and then some things that I potentially would be spending the money on. So obviously there's a lot of smart maintenance things that you can buy. Oil changes, air filters, if your truck needs a tune-up, you know, spark plugs, anything that could really help your truck be more reliable. Obviously those are a given, you know, first step things to do if you're in the need of that. You know, anything to make your truck more reliable and happier is definitely the go-to first thing. So right off the bat, this is a really good opportunity to potentially lift, level, or lower your truck. So this has a leveling kit, which is about $100, and you know, about $100 alignment. This has a 3-inch spindle lift on it, and that runs you $500-600 after everything. And a lot of these things are going to be, you know, I'm talking about installing yourself. Obviously you have to take labor into account when you're not going to be able to do it yourself, but you could even get a 6-inch lift for your truck right now. It's not going to be any $2,000 McGoys, but it's definitely a good time to get you a rough country, which I have no problem with rough country. There's a lot of nice trucks out there running around, no issues whatsoever with rough country. I have a rough country 3-inch spindle on this. It's been no problem, but I would not hesitate to run, what is it, a 7-inch rough country on Baby Squat. 100% would do it. It's a good possibility to spend that money on there. If your truck's just got a lot of miles on it, you might want to just upgrade your shocks. Hey, you know, this is a great opportunity to get your truck riding back good. I guess maybe that would fall into the maintenance thing, but you could also get like some Bilstein, some adjustable ones, give yourself a little level, as well as make your ride better. Especially if you've already maybe stuffed some bigger wheels and tires in your truck and you've been suffering not being able to turn. Be a great time to go ahead and lift your truck, and that way you can actually enjoy driving it again, because I know what it's like to not be able to turn. It's not fun. So I think a lot of people are going to be spending this on tires. So obviously it depends on your sizes and brand and all that stuff. But even something like a mud grappler that is a more expensive tire, this would be within budget. This exact setup that I have, this size, they can obviously change quite a bit, different wheel sizes and whatnot. But I think a lot of people are going to be upgrading their tires, because I know there's a lot of people out there running around with that low tread, and this is going to be a great time to upgrade your tires. If you have good tires, maybe it's a great time to upgrade your wheels. So if you want to rock the stock wheel look, it might be a good time to put some bigger mud tires on the truck. If you've already done that and you're tired of your stock wheels, is a good time to get some aftermarket wheels on your already good tires. So if you already have a leveling kit or a lift kit and it pushed out your front end a little bit, it's a great opportunity to get some wheel spacers now. So that'll cost you a couple $100, depending on if you want to get 2 or 4. I've got Bora 1.5 inch on the back of Larry here. Be a great opportunity to get some nice custom seat covers as well. A lot of people ask about these. They're Sportsman camo seat covers. Had them for a long time. They are expensive. They're within budget, but they are expensive. I've absolutely loved them. I know there's probably going to be a lot of "I can't see your seats" jokes or something like that, but some nice fitted seat covers. They help protect your truck, and as well, I really enjoy them. And I throw my dogs in here, get them wet, it doesn't matter. Be a great time to pick up some custom taillights. These ran me about $550, so well in budget. So I think another very popular thing would be exhaust. So I have true duals on both of these done at a local exhaust shop, and so that costs between $300 and $400 depending on what tips, if you have them, or what size, you know, if you buy them there, whatever, those prices can vary. But this could even be, you know, you could get headers if you wanted to. You could get a custom catback like these trucks. I mean, you could get the Corsa, you know, the bolt together kits, Corsa, MagnaFlow, whatever the case may be. Some of those do get really pricey and would be pretty close to the budget limit, as well as so would headers and stuff. But pretty much all those, you could get the hardware itself for under $1,200. And trust me when I say, the biggest thing you can do to your vehicle, truck, car, I don't care what it is do an exhaust. So if you're not one to want to install window tint yourself, this would be a great time to go get it professionally installed. So that will cost you a couple $100 depending on, you know, all these like labor jobs. They do vary on prices quite dramatically, but a couple $100 to get you some professional window tint installed. So if you're wanting to get a little more pep in your truck, you can always go with a cold air intake. If you got a Chevrolet, I don't know if they make them for Fords, pedal commander, you want to get you some really good throttle response. You could even just go with a custom tune, or if you want to go with a box tuner, you know, go for it. I would go custom, but you know, hey, to each their own. If you want to delete, if you want to turn off V4 mode from activating, you could get you a range module. That's $200. I mean, there's so much performance wise that you could really do. So my DIY bed liner did fall into my other under $100 video, but if you want to get a good professional spray and bed liner, the perfect time right here, a couple $100, get you a Rhino liner or whatever all the other brands are, and those honestly do last literally forever. So like, it's worth it, and especially if you use the bed of your truck a lot, 100%. Even if it's already banged up and stuff, just the grippiness of this versus the bare metal, so worth it. And if you wanted to do that and even pair it with a bed liner or a bed cover, excuse me. So bed covers, they can vary dramatically in prices, whether you have the roll up, the trifold, several $100 all the way up. I mean, you can get pretty bougie with them, I'm not gonna lie. Also, if you didn't want to rock the bed cover, you could always grab you a toolbox. Ton of different options, prices, you know, obviously dramatically different on which model and brand you go with, but you can get you a pretty nice toolbox and have a ton of money left over. So if you're in the two-wheel drive gang, it's a great opportunity to potentially swap up your rear gears. So if you're needing a little bit more gear, get yourself a little bit more pep, a little more get up and go. Definitely within budgets, you probably get some and get them installed depending on, you know, your local places or whatever. But I figured I'd throw that in there because there's, you know, people always looking to swap up the gears. If you got four-wheel drive, it's gonna be a little bit outside budget, but it definitely can at least buy you the hardware if you do want to do the install yourself. So I'm pretty partial to the smaller mirrors, but it'd be a good time if you wanted to upgrade to some tow mirrors. A couple $100 get you some nice non-Amazon special ones. Even though Amazon specials are pretty nice, I had those on my old truck and I enjoyed them. But you could get some bougie ones now for sure. So if you have some paint going bad, or you just want to do some color matching, you could completely do that. Not the whole truck necessarily, but you could definitely do, you know, if you got a hood or a fender or something messed up, or if you just want to color match a bunch of pieces, 100%. So it's not on my truck, but a roof rack, definitely a good option. That can get pretty expensive if you go with like the big name brands and stuff. That can run you close to $1,000 depending on what accessories you get with it. But if you are someone that needs the extra room, or you just like that look, good option is a roof rack. All right guys, well that's my $1,200 or under list. I know there's a complete crap ton of other things that you can do, and so leave your comments down below of other things that you thought would be a really good thing to buy under $1,200, or if I mentioned it and you're going to be buying that, definitely leave some feedback down below. Obviously a lot smarter things than truck mods that you can spend this money on, but I know it's going to be a popular topic, and I know a lot of people are going to spend it on things that they enjoy or that they've been looking to get for a long time and potentially just never had the ability to save up quite enough money to grab something. And now with this, you will be able to. And so I think that's really cool, and I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people in the sense of just obtaining a goal that they really weren't able to grasp. Even if it's not necessarily the smartest thing, it's like truck mods or whatever, I get it. But in the grand scheme of things, this is a huge thing. No, the government has, I think this is a really great move, and it's going to help a ton of people. So with that being said, hopefully to enjoy. I will see y'all in the next one.